Hey guys, it's Rob. I'm out in the bee yard, one of our yards up north, doing some OA treatments with the InstantVap. I just wanted to go over a couple things. One of them will include cleaning it. You will see mine needs a little love. I've put quite some miles on it, so I will show you how to do that today. I just got done treating it. It's still got a little smoke coming out, so that's why. You'll also notice this white is my testing to go in there. And so far, I'm happy with it, but I'm still checking it out. This is something that, these are the same washers that I put on the Loralbi's units. I really like them. I had to do a little work to the little ones to get them to stay. But with these, you would just twist that open, sit it in there. The lip of that sits right on, let's see if I can get an angle, right there. So I'm hoping that'll be a better solution for everybody, better than the adapter plates. I like it because you could go a lot faster. I'm still waiting to see how successful my mite drops are, to see if I'm really, set on that as a solution. I want to have, instead of there being a bunch of little washers, I want to get the right size tubing to hopefully make that a permanent piece. But anyway, I'm just letting it cool down now. You'll see mine is in Celsius. That was a little confusion that had happened before with the original units. Came and did a video, as is this unit. This unit is also a demo unit, just like his. That's why they're in Celsius. So all of the US units that go out will be in Fahrenheit. That being said, they will be set to 445, which is essentially like 231 in Celsius or something like that. So yeah, so I'm just letting this cool down a little bit further. I see my phone's not picking up the screen well. So 168 degrees Celsius. So it's still pretty hot. We're going to go back to my truck. I'll show you another tip to use with this unit. So I have the power switch off. You can see it there, it's off, but the battery is on. That way it tells me the temperature. The front is very hot. If I sit it on my truck, I'm going to mess my truck up. So what I do is turn on the face. Reason being, you can see the lip. None of the controls get near it. And it rests just like that. That probably won't work for transporting it. You have to be careful when transporting it because it's hot, but it'll work for what we need. See how easy that came out? I put a little lubricant on that O-ring before I came out. I always recommend a little like motor oil or something, just so that people, don't go through O-rings too fast. It does come with spares, but just in case. So with all this stuff, it's going to be a little hard to do one-handed. You don't want to leave this sitting on here. This is from today's bunch of treatments I did, and a little of the last time because I didn't scrub it. You really want to wash it so that it gets all the OA off. It is stainless, but you don't want it to look bad. You spend some good money on these units. So I always just carry some water with me. I keep water in the truck. Take and rinse this off. These do stay hot. You'll notice I have pretty good sized gloves on from Foxhound Bee Supply. So go ahead and use those. Remember that stays fairly warm. We're at 155. Let me see if I can't prop this up to show you all. I'm going to sit that there. Try and rest this on it to save my truck bed. So all we're going to do is take our water bottle, stand back with all of our safety gear on, and give us just a little trickle. It's going to splash up because it's still a little hot. So you'll see we're boiling it out, cooling it down. See how it's got all that nasty goat coming out? I'll rinse that off the truck, but. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to get it So you want to get it till it runs just about clear. We're not there yet. Inside of here, around the bowl, there's all kind of cotton, not cotton, but it's a ceramic insulator. You don't want to, hold on, now that it's cool, I can take my respirator off.
And stop shouting. Ugh. All right, so around that bowl, there is all kind of ceramic insulation like we put on our Larabi's units. You don't want to get any of that wet. It can become saturated. It can really cause you problems with the heater and stuff. So don't like run it under a hose. I definitely recommend getting a cheap pack of water from Rural Farms or something, keeping it in the bed of your truck when you're in your treatment season, and just using it for your treatments. If you keep it in a cooler, that's cool, but you'll have to worry about if it gets too cold, going too hot, you could, you know, get into some problems. The only problem with cleaning it while it's warm, like I just showed you, is if it is too hot, it will splash out hot boiling like acidic water. It gets nasty. Wear long sleeves, all your protective gear. Watch the screen to make sure it's down like 150 and below, and even then only put in a little at a time until it, you know, stops really bubbling, just so you know you're safe, right? So I like to do it when it's a little warm, just so that you get the boiling effect on the bottom, and it kind of does the scrubbing in the bowl for you. So I'm going to go a little more. Oh, I dumped it, which is what you don't want to do, but you just want to shake it off, dump it out, go through the whole regimen. You just don't want to let the water sit in the front of this thing. All right. See if I can aim better one-handed. There we go. Now we're getting pretty clear water. All right, now I'm going to take it, give it a good little swish around. I'm going to lean it and dump it out the top to get in the stem. And then I will likely, now that this is cooled down, I will likely take this to the house and scrub it just to make sure it's good. It's only real like mechanical piece on it, so I want to ensure that that spring in there gets a good clean. You know, I may rinse it off here in the field when I got a spare hand, get all the extra acid off, and then take it under the sink and really, you know, or the faucet outside, really work that plunger, get the water in there, get all that acid off of it. You'll notice that it'll create stains and stuff on here. You can use a lightly dampened rag or something like that to get that off. I would recommend you doing so. But as you can see, it is stainless. It'll wipe off, but you just don't use an oversaturated towel on it. See, it all just will wipe off, but you don't want to get water in these holes. That's really what you're trying to avoid. Water's in the holes, water's in these cracks. You don't want to get water in the unit. In the tube, to clean your cook pot is good. Do not undo these screws. I had mentioned that in a previous video. The manufacturer corrected me on it. Because they screw into the aluminum block and they're pressure tested before they leave. You don't want to run into issues there. So definitely go water down the tube until it runs clear. Then you know your bowl's good, and give your plunger a good scrub. So beyond that, I've been very happy with this unit. I've been happy with the growth of Janos over in Hungary. He's done a phenomenal job with these units. He keeps cranking them out. We're pushing and pushing and pushing for him to get us 100 a week. It's hard. He's growing. He's hiring very talented employees to meet that demand. I couldn't be more proud and happy to be a part of that team. And yeah, we are fulfilling orders as quick as we can. As of today, we have, I would say probably 5 or 6 weeks worth of lead time. I hope to play catch up on that pretty quick within the next few weeks if he can hit the 100 unit a week mark. Because I know everybody's going to need these for the treatment season. So, but anyway, that video is going on way too long. This was just going to be a simple cleaning video, a little sneak peek into how to use the Apame, and yeah. So if you get any questions about treatment or anything like that, let me know. Remember, if you saw any temperatures back here, this is a Celsius unit. All the units that will be received by customers here in the States will be Fahrenheit, so that you know and can make an easy reference as to what you're treating with your bees at what temp. If you do go to change the temperature on it, there is an arrow button here. You click that once, do not hold, and then you can go up and down like an old school clock. Up and down like an old school clock here. it comes set at 445 because we found that that is the optimal temperature for doing these treatments. I would highly suggest you not change it, but if you feel so inclined, that is how you do it. Okay, so anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can email me, larabis@gmail.com. You can leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.